Hi everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio. It is gorgeous outside today, so I just had to come outside to do this post. But, so overcoming food aversions for losing weight, is it really worth it? What are you doing? Why do we need to? So, it kind of came to mind tonight actually as I was fixing dinner for my family and we were trying out some black bean pasta. Now, for most people it'd be great, and as you read the box, man, it looks great. It's got like 15 grams of fiber and it's got like 22 grams of protein. But oh my goodness, in all of my years on this earth, I have never been able to stomach beans. They just don't taste right to me. It's a texture thing, can't handle it. So I thought, well, it's pasta, and I've done lentil pasta and I can handle that sometimes. And I've done a few other things like black bean brownies and things like that. And I can usually make those work out okay, but boy, I had this pasta tonight and I just could not stomach it. I couldn't take it. And I teach my kids to eat everything on their plate, or to at least try everything on their plate. And so I ate about 3/4 of it. And I started kind of looking more green in the face than normal, I bet. And the kids were asking what was wrong. So it made me think of this post tonight, that all too often we start to decide, we're going to go get healthy. We're going to start this new diet. We're going to do these things. And in our minds, a lot of times, these foods that we need to eat in order to be healthy, they really are not our favorite foods, right? Now, I'm not saying that all you get to eat is cake and ice cream in order to get to where you want to be, but if we start looking at it from a little different perspective, you'll see that that might not actually be the best case. So, if they're not your favorite foods, first of all, you're not going to eat them for very long. If you force yourself to do it, it's not going to go well. And eventually you're going to quit eating them. And your body actually won't respond right. So what are we doing? Why are we doing it? So it made me think of a nutrition teacher that I had one time, a long time ago in college. And this sweet woman was like literally 98 years old, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere in her 90s. And I went to class the first 2 days and she was great. She was lots of fun. She knew everything in the world because she was, she had lived the world. And the next day she actually did pass away. And so it was kind of interesting to get to learn from her for a few minutes and then to go and experience what other people had to teach, because it's a completely different perspective. They teach from the book, textbook, this is what this is how the body works. She taught from experience. And I'll never forget, one of the first things she said was, if you don't like tomatoes, don't eat tomatoes. Your body doesn't know what to do with them. If you've never eaten them before in your life and enjoyed them, your body doesn't know what to do with them. So if you eat foods or you try to cram foods down your throat that you really can't stand, your body typically doesn't know what to do with it. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't ever try new things. I'm a big fan of trying new things, and that's why I tried this pasta tonight, because I was convinced that, eventually one day I'll probably end up liking things like that. But, in the meantime, we got to remember that that can't be the sole source of our nutrition, because our body doesn't know what to do with it until we get to where we're eating it more often and it figures out what it is. So I just thought that was interesting. But to think about it on a physiological level, that the body may not be absorbing it correctly, and yet you're mentally pushing through this wall of being able to eat these foods, it really comes down to the fact of why, as a nutrition specialist, I don't hand people a meal plan. I'm not going to sit there and tell you this is what you're going to eat for breakfast and for lunch and for dinner, because people won't do it. So instead, I take the time to teach people how to make those choices, how to pick out the foods that they like and add in a few that maybe they're unsure of, and how to put those meals together, because that's where longevity's at. So if you're trying to lose weight and you are doing crazy foods that you really normally wouldn't eat, your body's probably not going to be able to use them the way that it should, and you're not going to see the results that you're wanting, physically or mentally. So even if you lose the weight, you may mentally hate what you're doing, but physically you may not even get to where your body's doing what it needs to, because those foods are not working properly. So that's where we start to look a little deeper beyond the weight loss and into our health. So if we're just doing this for vanity to lose weight, then we start to notice that really it's not worth it, right? But if we start to look at our health and we start to pay attention to our body and how it responds to different foods, then we start to understand a little bit more about how our body's working on, yes, it likes these foods, and no, it really doesn't like these foods, and these foods make me feel good, but these foods make me not feel good. Then you start to get the inner workings of your body going together, all in sync, and then the outside starts to change. So that's typically what happens to our clients, is we work through these internal issues and we really work wellness from the inside out. And as we do that, the side effect is that your body shape changes, your weight changes, your body fat composition changes. You want to be able to find that level of health. So if you are looking for a deeper solution, something that is lasting, something that is going to create better health rather than possible chronic issues later on, if you want something sustainable, especially food-wise, that you can eat with your family, you can eat whenever you're out with your friends, you can go to restaurants, you can go to parties, you can stay at home, you can eat it wherever you're at. We'd love to talk to you. Feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188, and set up a consultation. So again, that's just what we do. We teach people how to do these things outside of your fictitious little bubble. That's where most diets are at, is within that little bubble that you have to eat just these things and just this way. We want you to learn how to live outside the bubble, enjoy life, have some joy in there, enjoy your family, eat together instead of separate. So I'd love to talk to you. If that's something that you're interested in, feel free to give us a call. Hope you have a great day.